to be streaming through much better now.
Yeah. Hokey pokey.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's
There we
try
go.
this again, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
No, but
Ow, ow, ow.
it's letting go. It's letting go.
Yay!
Now I have this big pat of clay here.
Be able to make it into a thing?
Should.
I know, Nick's guts come out here twice in one day.
I know. It's a thing, huh?
Poor kitty was not terribly amused earlier. It's like, why are we going back inside? I like it.
Sponge. Not that sponge. That's
Oh,
black
that
sponge.
sponge?
Red sponge. Well, the sponges are all the same color as what color clay that's on them, because you don't want to cross-contaminate the colors.
You've done that on occasion, and we've ended up with, like, really interesting spiral patterns of one clay across another.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Which is fine if that's what you want.
Yeah.
But if it's not what you want.
Oh, yeah, the connection speed is, like,
Oh, yeah, I'm
stabilized up
seeing
in the
a
green
lot of
zone.
green now.
Yeah. Well, earlier the transfer rate had dropped down to like 600 at times, and now it's maintaining. The lowest I've seen is like 26 or 2800.
You could also just post on Facebook to say that we've started, because it doesn't always, I don't know. Something changed on Facebook probably about 6 months ago. It's never worked the same since. So, it's a fairly large plate.
Oh wow, yeah. And that's just made with trimmings.
Yeah. It was the pad of clay that was left on the bat after cutting the neck off. Sounds really bad when you say it that
Cut
way.
his neck off. Yeah.
You can even smooth it out for texture. Here we go. What is that? Now I just have to trim the...
Yeah. And I also shared it, so it has an original post that is...
Oh!
Arguing with the wheel again, are we? That is, yeah, a rather nice plate.
Yeah.
Normally you don't get things quite that big from them.
Not very often, no.
Helping yourself to the water jug there, cat?
And...
Of course, we're going to pick something up right before
yeah,
you're done there.
there we go. And plate.
Okay, we'll set this down.
From...
Set that over here, because nothing more needs to be done to him other than, you know, popping him off his back.
Yeah.
And hopefully he dries nice.
Yeah, let's hope. And... yeah.
And I took your goop out of your bucket, so you're probably going to need me to bring you a goop thing, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some goop. The goop is the slip
stuff's dried. Nah.
How about the stuff that you just, because you put it in a jar?
Ah, here it is. No, it went into a bag yesterday.
But that was the stuff that was contaminated with the bug.
This was the stuff that was on top.
Oh, okay.
See?
Okay. So no,
This
that's
is
right,
the good
because you
stuff.
feel.
I think the other stuff got removed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, scritchy first.
Squeegee first. Also, let's see.
Oh, here, let me bring it over so you can stay sitting.
Test the fit.
It's got overhang on this side.
Really? One of them just, I know I measured it. Well, get some severe overhang.
Yeah.
So, what are you
Jackie
here?
says, good evening, ladies.
Good evening. Assembling large pitcher and amphora.
Yes. Multi-part Greek vessels.
Yeah. Stop, you. When I say stop, stop. I'm not telling. There it is. I had to tell just a minute.
Yeah, but we have to order some repair parts for the wheels soon, aren't we?
Okay. There.
And the cat has entered cat camera.
And
Okay.
There are people doing this evening or late afternoon, depending on which coast you're on.
Depending what time zone you're in.
Ugh.
Another one of those times where it's like, okay, quick, second set of hands. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And now for
The scritch.
this. Says slip and score.
Come here.
It's like if you're putting down tile work or other things, you want to
Yeah, it's the...
rough it up first. And I can't really do it to the other one, plus the other half. That side is
It's
plenty
very
soft enough.
sticky.
And this clay is friendly that way.
Yeah.
Not very many are.
No.
This clay has very special properties.
Which
Most of which are good.
yeah. The highly variable shrinkage rate,
So
not
good.
so friendly. You know, most clays have what, like a 2 or 3%?
1 to 2%
Window.
variable. And this one has like 5% variable.
Somewhere between 5 and 17.
12 and
17%.
17%. Yeah. It's worse than the
Huge
black
window.
clay, the shrinkage. But the shrinkage isn't constant.
No, it varies from batch to batch. That's what I'm doing right now is just rounding and marking these ramen bowls. That is a lot of soup.
Well, for those kind of ramen bowls, yeah, because you have the fluid in
It's
it.
all the broth.
And,
yeah.
and it's also the aesthetic for it, too.
Yeah. I was just looking at it going, I could see my brother eating that much soup.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, been served that kind of quantity of soup
In a
at a
restaurant.
restaurant.
Yeah. It was that noodle soup place.
Yeah, the pho place.
Yeah.
However, you actually pronounce P-H-O. I've heard it pronounced a couple of
The
different
one that
ways,
was really good isn't there anymore.
which is sad.
Yeah, they're also really nice. That happens. It's also been years since we've been there too, so.
Yeah.
fingers now. That's why there's tower.
Where you have the
Because
everything.
goo happens.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah, the reason why we had the abortive stream earlier is we had really poor signal quality for whatever
And
bizarre reason.
all the clay was too soft.
Yeah, things hadn't dried quite enough.
Because, you know what? It's a very environmental art form. And hell, if it doesn't dry, you can't attach the pieces because you don't want to squish it.
No, squish bad.
Squish bad. Yes. Squish it
Ow.
very bad. Sarah, be
My
careful.
toe on a
Okay,
both
now
clay.
this has to sit in form of.
Okay, so now actually this stays put because we're gonna need
Because I'll be
things.
doing, a third step, which is smooth that up, and then attach the handle.
Which I have not made the handles for these yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you're gonna fit in that shelf anymore. Over here.
And the table works.
You'll stop at the table for a
Okay.
moment while I move the cat carrier so I can set it up over here.
Yeah.
So yes, you guys, you okay?
I was set too far in back, and it's rounded, and I almost fell off the bed in the chair.
Whoops.
Good thing there's a wall there.
Yeah. Okay. The top half. Ooh, he's heavy.
Yeah, he has. Let's see
Bottom half.
what we have here.
Are you gonna trim material off of it?
I might have to see how, because it's still pretty thick.
Yeah. Before I touch the tan clay again, I'll rinse the red off my
We'll
nose.
use one of the more historic shaped tools.
Is it in shot? It's not quite in shot. Yes. That is, there's, from 1547,
Yeah.
books of the potter's art, there's depictions of clay tools that look pretty much exactly like that.
I know, just so. Yes, and that's why I got these ones.
Yes. Do you find that they are more effective than some of the more modern loop tools?
Yes, they are. They don't have a really comfortable handle
No.
because it's
As
modern,
compared
it's
to-
dipped and flat and all
This kind of tool, which
Well,
is
this
your
one's
more
like
modern trim tool.
flat.
Yeah.
Or this one.
Yeah. That one is very close to the period depiction.
Yeah.
It's shaped bar stock.
Yeah. And
So clay tools having uncomfortable handles is very period?
it must be.
It has never really changed.
Yeah. Why would you waste too much material on clay tool?
Yeah.
Even though it's something that you'll use a lot.
All the time.
Yeah. And I need the neck. I need to have that over here too, because I need to be able to,
Punch the right size hole.
yeah. Because now I have to cut a hole in the middle of the bottom, because this is actually the top half of the jug.
Because at this point you just need to make a hole that's,
A little bit smaller than that.
yeah, it's got to be big enough for your wrist.
Good thing it has my hands.
Yeah. What tool do you need now? Ah.
Let go.
Do you need another set of hands? Okay, never mind, you got it. This pen away before a kitty cat runs off with it. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Nix. So we have cat count. Oop. Oh, grab the hand.
Okay.
Can I have my hand back? No? Not yet? Oh. Finger needs
And for
cleaning.
this, I think I might just use
She grabbed my hand and dragged me. Oh, do I need to scritch the ear?
There's the tool I'm looking for. Where did you go? Here you are. Stop you. Yes. Would have been enough clay to make something, but I'm just
Scoop it out.
scooping it out.
Look at this.
Then I'm
one's
going to
just easier to just scoop it out.
Yep. Let's here. Perfectly workable clay.
Yeah. Shall I put it back in the bag?
Yes, just put it back in the bag.
Cool.
And now we're gonna need the water tool.
Yes. Oh yeah, this one had water added to it. It gushed onto the floor when I turned it over.
Well, here's the rest of it.
Oh, I will take it away in a minute.
Yeah. But we have to put the wire tool in the drawer because otherwise the cat
Runs off with it.
Yeah. And this just draws across the bottom.
Yeah, because you have sufficient thickness there that you don't have to worry about it rising up too much.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Come
I
on,
need to
Lego.
move this and get you a bat to set that guy on.
Yeah.
Come here, you.
Okay. Because he's still rather soft.
I see that.
Yes.
Oh, it's partly off.
I know. But it was kind of like, it was when I was lifting this up. I was just cleaning off the bat.
So you don't have that glue layer in your way in some future date. Speaking of glue, I'll put this in the scrap bag. That's usable stuff. I'll put that in the other bag.
Yeah. Cute. Stuff it.
Okay.
Okay, so now I need is that. Not to put my finger in the goo down there.
So you're gonna
Just
need
the
yes.
bottom.
I was just coming back over here to get it for you.
Put him back on. And this one's really big, so
Gotta use the bigger calipers.
give him such a peach. Yes, it's the right size.
Okay.
And this is,
So we need to
put him outside for about 5 minutes. He's
so
probably
we're gonna
okay.
find him a sunny spot.
Yeah.
Okay. I will take this one out and put it in the sun.
Yeah, because he was really kind of wibbly wobbly, and that's not good. Wibbly wobbly, nice technical term.
Oh, that's Oh, I see you're refining now.
Yeah. Gives it a fancy foot.
Ah. Put this bag. Actually, put this bag over here.
Oh yeah, that's still really soft wood.
The first one that you assembled. Do you want me to lightly tint him?
Lightly tinted, yeah. This next step is smoothing and handle. Then he'll be done.
Yes. But that one is 2-part construction, not 3-part. Thinks you formed a cat puddle. She's just this black, like, loaf shape up there. I was going to ask while the other one's sitting and firming whether or not you would like to work on that skull that's in progress.
Probably could do that. There. Yeah. Yes. He's a little too soft to do the foot. And if he's that soft, I don't want him doing the wibble
Yeah.
wibbly wobbly tiny weeny thing.
Yes. And since this is supposed to be an aged skull, getting a little bit of red on it is not going to be detrimental.
Yeah.
There we go.
And now it's gonna be. Oh, you should let go of your bat.
You want me to get him off his bat now?
Sure. Because
Okay.
the next thing should be is around his head.
Yes.
That's when he doesn't bat.
Which account for about 75% of the bats now. There we go. Yeah, he popped right.
Yeah, well, a lot of them were dying. They do that though.
Oh, you probably want this so you have a surface to set him on if need be. Yeah.
Make sure that I was turning it off. That I hadn't.
Oh yeah, I can see the fact that I didn't even smooth down with the top part of his nose. He still has ugly creases. Oh.
This started off as bowl.
Yes. Similar amount of clay to those ramen bowls.
Yeah.
But skulls are basically half thrown
There.
and then sculpted.
Thrown altered shape. And it's the same thing they would do for the Perry cook pots. See,
Yeah.
around the bottom.
Maybe I should shift where the camera is aimed.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. There we go. Now you can see more what you're doing.
Just came off the bat flat and then, because I had been right there.
So we have to make it lovely and rounded and then give it a subtle flat spot so that it'll sit. But right now there's a lot of reshaping of the skull.
That's why you'll see some throwing rings more times than not on the back.
There. Do you need a rib?
Ribs over here.
Oh, of course you do. I'm sorry, I'm used to the sculpting ribs are over here.
It's warm in here though.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, it is
Oh,
86.
that's 8. Well, that's not 86, that's 88.
Whew, could like open a window.
Yeah, I can do that.
Or turn on a fan.
Fan.
Or both.
Both.
Of all the things, Nix was terrified of the fan.
She wasn't thrilled with, she likes the dehumidifier. She's not thrilled about the heater. And then, yeah, this small, half-dead,
Well, fan.
little fan terrified
That
her.
we've had for 15 plus years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that feels better. I think
Yeah.
it was moving at least.
I specifically angled it
A
so
couple days ago, it was about 60 out here. So, yeah.
yeah, we were wearing our, coats. We were wearing warm layers.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the next slot's way down there. I don't want it that far down. What?
Have something that make it a little higher up.
A little higher up.
Looking
Looking
landing
around.
wheel is like.
The landing wheel is right here.
Oh yeah, that would come through. But give it about yay much more height.
Yes. Because, yeah, it's a little bit low.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Well,
You
you can put it
come
on.
No, because I want to put the... this surface is way not clean. There.
There we go.
Now it's a better height to work on.
Yes, and it turns a lot bigger. Yeah, no.
Yes, that's really...
It's a wee bit warm.
Yes.
It's not too much time difference between the different seasons here. you don't have that gradual change.
No.
It was the first fall we lived here. It was kind of like, it was 80 degrees,
summer,
80 degrees
summer.
in the summer.
Boom, cold.
Yeah, just kind of like, well, we thought we had a little bit more warm time left. Nope.
Nope, warm time done now.
That was
It's also the reason why we ended up getting dehumidifier.
the
Because
humidifier
it is-
heater.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that, you know, it's if you have time to acclimate to a gradual temperature change.
Yeah, that's one thing.
No.
You see, these
You don't get that in Washington, apparently.
Apparently not.
Wait 5 minutes, you know. If you get one temperature extreme, you're going to get the other. And that's
Yeah.
August at least.
Yeah. It's a scrap.
I don't think I've ever seen it rain that hard before. It couldn't possibly rain any harder.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, that was quite the storm. We were at a renter site. It was during the week. Like then, we lived in California, so we didn't go home during the week. And it was kind of like, so everybody had set up their pavilions in 100-degree heat the week before. Come the middle of the week with the storm, and well, people didn't have the ropes tight enough, so it'd be
They
middle of
set
the
up
night.
for heat, not for wet.
Yeah. And, you know, we're staying on site. Yeah, sure, we'll help. In security, they were gone by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
What's going to happen after 8 o'clock at night?
The Great Flood.
The great flood. It was the next year when we had the
Great Wind?
microburst. The great wind, which took the
Took the first
First
day
and
tent and
10.
deposited it on top of the castle wall.
Yeah, just upside down. It looked like a dead bug.
Because it was one of those like 10 by 15, so it had the
Yeah.
long spine, so it really did sprawl like a dead animal.
Yeah. That was something. And yet we moved here.
Yes. We found the weather so exciting we just couldn't live without it.
Also, well, family nearby too. So.
Yeah.
Family nearby is nice.
Applying some aging to it.
Yeah. Also, just
It had kind of an odd, uneven surface texture.
yeah.
Mind you, he's still got a very sloping face.
Yes, he does.
And I kept trying to work on that while it was still on the bat, and it was just...
Sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah.
There we go. There. Look at that. Weaving out his texture
Good.
with the towel. Widen the face. Really? That's how I do it. I take the eye sockets and go right.
Well, it also gives the face the right shape to the eye sockets
Yeah.
by simply grabbing them and
And-
stretching them out.
Yeah. That's why we originally bought the plastic skulls, because too.
Yeah. That's the reason we have.
And of course his name is
Yorick.
Yorick.
Of course, his name is York. Yes, he does have. He did actually come with a jaw,
Was spring loaded.
which was a lot of fun. But we wanted to see the other part, in which case we took out the 2 little screws that were holding it on.
There we go. I'm gonna need a little bit of extra for
Okay.
his eye socket.
Gotcha. I will get you today.
This what I have over here right now is red.
Oh, at one point he had a lump of clay sitting inside the skull. I bet you it's not there anymore.
No, it's
Okay.
not. I put my hand in there, but I still had to look inside. Sigh.
There we go. Some nice softened handles, former handle stuff.
Yes, there we go. Wet down. Yes. Sometimes when you do that to the eye sockets, it forms a little tear. I tore his eye socket a little bit.
You tore his eyes open?
I know.
Here, people thought they were coming from Greek pottery. Now they're having, eyes torn open.
Well, that's kind of Greekish, right?
Hey, you're not wrong.
I'm just waiting for the other piece to firm up some.
Should I go check it now? Just a moment here.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm prepping.
What I should have now is a bowl. Like a towel.
Okay, one line bowl coming up.
And it's something only you really need anymore for the large skulls.
Yeah. Okay, and you do have a clean towel over there still.
Yes, I do. It's right here. It's only a little rough.
It doesn't matter, it's a skull. And this is until he firms up sufficiently that he's not going to mush his head.
Jawbones, jawbones.
Have enough
Okay.
wrap.
Eyeballs. Eyeballs. You're kind of a funny shape right there. What did you do? Suffer from blunt force trauma? Because most of the time on the insides, we'll see knuckle marks on these things.
Yeah.
My knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone who ever has one of the skull pieces, yes, those are knuckle marks, the little indentations on the inside of the piece.
Because I take the flat bottom, which is the top, turns into being the top of the head, and make it rounded.
And if you think you can find two different sizes of knuckle prints, yeah, there's a reason.
Yeah.
My knuckles form sharper marks than yours do.
Yeah. Yeah.
My knuckles are just big.
You know, bigger knuckles. Also, they've suffered more use.
Yeah, that's formed up considerably now.
Okay, great.
Whew.
Yay. So now, I can hand this back to you.
And I could probably get it finished.
I haven't done the teeth yet. I can get the teeth started.
I was getting some stuff done on rifles.
Get the teeth started.
And
1, 2, 3.
rather than a dog head, this one could be the start for that basset cat.
Yeah.
Because looking at him, like, yeah, there's the spine. Don't need that much alteration.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Then I have to construct a
Sure,
box.
it only has 4 front teeth and not 5 there.
Or 3.
It happens. But you know,
Yeah.
everybody's teeth are different.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have more or less teeth.
Are you a flat kitty? Are you enjoying the warmth right now?
And what I can do is once I get this in, this is the right number of teeth. I check.
It's one of those things I always double check.
There.
Come to me. Yep. Take that away. But not leave the back on it. Here. Go, let go. Let go.
Okay. Now I need the bottom of the other one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Yes.
He just needed a few minutes of the sun.
Yep. bottom.
Hello, Mr. Batkin, where are you? Come on.
Sorry, that was the same tone of voice that Grendel used in talking to the golf clubs. Hello.
Oh, that's funny. Oh dear.
Are you size testing?
Size testing.
I watched it deform some.
Yeah, I can feel it deforming.
Once again, point where second set of hands is needed. Briefly.
Yes, need a. Just insert one set.
Okay, now you're going to need to lift it back off. There.
That will really ugly.
It's really
That was really. That's okay.
ugly. It'll get reshaped.
Yeah. There's a third piece.
Yeah.
This will have to firm up some before I do. Because you put one piece on, let it firm up. Then you put the next piece on, and let it firm up. And then you put on two handles. And then we're good.
Now I will sculpt the teeth.
It didn't get too far into the teeth there for you, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
But when pieces are ready,
They're ready now.
they're ready now. Especially with it getting warmer now. It's not like, oh,
And
well,
the humidity is being lower.
yeah. In the winter, it's could like come back the next day. Well, come back 3 days later.
This is one of the reasons for the dehumidifier.
And that was with the dehumidifier this winter.
Oh, goodness, it was so bad.
I know, it's up
And it's like, oh, look, yeah, I need to empty the dehumidifier again.
Just recycle the water. Put it in the bottom.
There were a couple of times last winter that all the water containers in here were full, and I ended up having to water things outside with it. It seemed kind of circular because it was the wet season.
Yeah, but that's why we have the water thing outside.
Yeah, the rain barrel?
The rain barrel.
Yeah, because now I can dump dehumidifier water in there.
It wasn't very expensive either.
No.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
We did a lot of rain, so just. Christopher's been using the water out of there for.
He has longer arms.
He does.
He's
the tall one. He's 5'5".
Yeah. We're a household full of short people.
It's a small family business.
Yep. None of us are big.
He's built more like an elf.
Yeah.
You guys were growing up, it was always, yes, my daughter's sturdy, my son is petite. I thought this was funny. You guys thought it was funny.
Yeah. Because I've got very much more the halfling build, complete with a slightly oversized skull for my height.
Yeah.
I raised him playing D&D. I'm like, okay, yeah, that me, that
he
him.
is very slender build.
Weighs nothing. Okay, ready for this? Oop.
Okay, got it.
Okay, good. Wanted to make sure that everything was playing nice before I lift my hands away.
Here.
Oh, I should recover the neck at this point, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
And these ones will go on this shelf where they're drying the least.
Of course, this really helped having a fan going.
Yeah, but the fan's aimed at you, not at that corner.
Yeah.
Well, it's blowing across the bottom of my feet, though, which
Oh,
is
how
nice.
nice.
How does that affect being short? Swinging your feet in the air when the chair is at its lowest setting. More an issue that I have rather than you.
And the short arm and leg bones are not a problem.
No, that comes from the other side. Because you must have also particularly long shin bones specifically.
Because I had long arms and legs. I was
I'm
only
longer.
5'7".
Yeah.
So, it was
Long arms, long legs, only 5'7".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot like
also-
Christopher.
Yeah, Christopher also has the long arms and legs
Yeah.
for his height. Not to say that
It's not the spitting image of his grandfather at all.
because Christopher has closer to a 6-foot wingspan.
Yeah, he's built just like his grandfather. I want to know, when did he curse me? Did you have a son just like me?
Because it's not like the two of them even met.
No. He died 6 months before Christopher was born.
Of course, not one of your children was born with the stereotypical baby blue eyes either.
Nope.
I have blue eyes now, but when I was born, they were what? Green.
They were emerald green. Christopher's have always been that browny hazel color.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is much like frosting a cake at this point. Either that or doing giant compound on the wall.
Which you've also done. You've done both of those activities.
Yeah.
Because you got to take interesting things in high school, like cake decorating.
The doing joint compound on walls, that was just because somebody had to do it at home.
Somebody was an idiot.
We put the sheetrock walls up on in the garage. And it was my job to,
Make them all one?
yeah, well, girls didn't put sheetrock, but later I did help with sheetrock on the ceiling. And he didn't have it connected really well. Before I got all the way off the ladder,
At least
it fell and it fell off the ceiling. It was a full sheet of sheetrock, 4 by 8 feet. Falls, hits me on the top of the head, cracks into 2 pieces. And I left a real good impression on it too. It was,
And as I recall, you laughed.
well, if you'd seen that horrified look,
You laughed at the other person's expression?
because also, it was so cartoon.
Yeah.
He wasn't amused.
And this is why you would use sheetrock, screws, and not nails.
Yes. Well, you make sure that you get it into the beams.
You missed the beams as well.
In at least one place, yes. Missed the beam. Well, don't you know, his father was a contractor. He knew how to do these things.
So since his father was a contractor, not a builder, but a contractor, this magically made his son have the knowledge of how to build things.
Yeah.
Interesting logic.
Yeah, well, some people are like that. And that's why he was an ex. Well, one of the many reasons, actually.
Yes.
I don't think this part is gonna, it's not gonna sturdy enough to put the neck
No,
on.
I think that we will be entering a new done state soon.
And what we do now is...
Do you want to leave that one all the way open?
Oh, yeah.
Just cover in there?
Definitely. Okay. Good. Now we need to do this.
Closer to down on the teeth.
And well, the bottle is all, therefore the body is all connected. The fact that it didn't stop this time. Oh, just as I was starting to use that really slow speed, that it stops.
Oh, this is being useful? Must stop.
Yeah. And now this has to dry some before we move on to the next step. Okay. So I think this will probably be where we cut it for today. And we can always stream the next segment of it. Step 3, the neck.
Meet madame.
Neck, madame. Yes.
He has the right number of front teeth. It's just one front tooth is dead center. He's just got some crooked teeth. He didn't go